Have you ever stumbled upon a mystery so baffling, so utterly strange, that it rewrites everything you thought you knew about the past? Today, we're diving deep into one of archaeology's most enduring enigmas, the Roman Dodecahedron. What is this bizarre, multifaceted object? For centuries, these intricate bronze artifacts, found scattered across the former Roman Empire, have puzzled historians. They're small, hollow, and feature 12 flat pentagonal faces, each with a circular hole of a different size. On each corner there's a small decorative knob. Over 100 of these have been unearthed, from Wales to Hungary. But here's the kicker. Not a single Roman text, not one piece of writing, ever mentions them. It's like they never existed. For years, the prevailing theory was that they were, well, something simple. Maybe a fancy candle holder, a toy for a wealthy child, or perhaps a master craftsman's test piece to show off their skill. Some have even suggested they were used for knitting gloves. But do these explanations truly fit? Look at the precision, the complexity. Does this look like a simple candlestick to you? The knitting theory also falls apart when you consider the sharp corners and varying hole sizes. It just doesn't add up. The sheer number of them, found over such a vast geographical area, suggests they served a common, important purpose. But what? Today, we're going to challenge the simple, decorative narrative. We're proposing a radical new idea. What if the Roman dodecahedron wasn't a mere trinket, but a piece of forgotten high technology? A sophisticated instrument that demonstrates a level of scientific understanding far beyond what we typically attribute to the Romans. Stick with us as we unravel the clues, test the theories, and attempt to unlock the secrets of this ancient high-tech device. Let's start by examining the object itself. The craftsmanship is undeniable. Made from bronze using a lost wax casting process, each dodecahedron is a small marvel of metallurgy. But the real genius lies in its geometry. A dodecahedron is one of the 5 Platonic solids, a shape where every face is an identical regular polygon. This isn't a random form. It's a shape deeply rooted in Greek and Roman mathematics and philosophy. Plato himself associated the dodecahedron with the cosmos, the very fabric of the universe. So, right away, we have a link to sophisticated thought, not just everyday function. Now let's talk about those holes. They aren't random. On any given dodecahedron, the 12 holes all have different diameters, and the knobs on the corners? They're not just for decoration. They provide stable resting points, allowing the object to sit perfectly flat on any of its 12 faces. This design screams precision. It suggests an object meant for measurement, for alignment, for observation. Why would you need such specific hole sizes and stable bases for a simple candle holder or a toy? It feels like we're looking at the components of a complex scientific instrument, but we've lost the user manual. So let's explore our first major theory. Was the Roman dodecahedron an astronomical device? One compelling idea is that it was used as a rangefinder or a surveying tool. Imagine a Roman military engineer in the field. By looking through 2 of the holes on opposite faces, they could use the principles of trigonometry to estimate the size or distance of an object, like an enemy fortification. The different hole sizes would allow for different fields of view and calculations. This would have been an invaluable tool for siege warfare and construction projects, explaining their presence at military sites. But there's an even more intriguing astronomical possibility. What if it was a solar calendar? This theory suggests that the dodecahedron was used to determine the optimal sowing dates for crops. Here's how it might have worked. An observer would look through one of the holes and wait for the sun's light to pass directly through the opposite hole, creating a perfect spot of light. This alignment would only happen on specific days of the year. Each face, each set of holes, could correspond to a different time of year, like the winter or summer solstice. A researcher in the Netherlands actually tested this theory. By using a replica, they found that by pointing it at the sun, the way the light fell through the different apertures could indeed be used to identify specific weeks and months. This would have been crucial for an agrarian society like Rome. Knowing the precise time to plant winter grain, for example, could mean the difference between a bountiful harvest and a famine. This would make the dodecahedron not just a tool, but a key to survival, explaining why they were so valued and carefully crafted. It connects the deep philosophical meaning of the shape with a highly practical, life-sustaining purpose. But what if its purpose was even grander? Let us push the boundaries and consider a theory that sounds like it shot straight out of science fiction. Was the Roman dodecahedron a global navigation device? This idea moves beyond local surveying and seasonal timekeeping into the realm of advanced geodesy and cartography. It hinges on the idea that the Romans had a far more sophisticated understanding of the globe than we currently give them credit for. We know they were incredible sailors and that their empire spanned continents. How did they navigate with such accuracy? The theory goes something like this. The dodecahedron could function as a type of gnomon or shadow plotting device to determine latitude. By placing the object on a flat surface on a sunny day and observing the length and angle of the shadows cast by its knobs, or how sunlight passes through its holes at high noon, a skilled navigator could calculate their position on the Earth's surface. Each of the 12 faces could be used in a different geographical region or at a different time of year to get a precise reading. Think about it. If you have a standardized instrument, one that works the same way in Britain as it does in Egypt, you could create incredibly accurate maps and sailing charts. It could have been the secret key to the Romans' logistical mastery, allowing them to move legions and supplies across their vast empire with unparalleled efficiency. The varying hole sizes could have been calibrated to project specific patterns of light, acting as a kind of analog computer to solve complex navigational problems. This might sound far-fetched, but consider the Antikythera mechanism, an ancient Greek astronomical calculator of staggering complexity. We know that this level of mechanical and mathematical genius existed in the ancient world. Is it so crazy to think the Romans, the ultimate engineers, had their own version? The dodecahedron, being much smaller and more robust, would have been the perfect portable field instrument for a Roman legionary or sailor. It's just a tantalizing thought that these small bronze objects could be the forgotten remnants of a sophisticated Roman GPS system. So where does this leave us? We have an object of immense precision and geometric sophistication. We have theories ranging from the practical a farming calendar or a military rangefinder to the truly profound, a device for global navigation. The decorative or toy explanations seem increasingly inadequate in the face of this evidence. The hollow interior, the varying apertures, the stable bases, every feature points towards function, not frivolity. The biggest obstacle, of course, remains the complete lack of written records. Why would such an important tool go unmentioned by prolific writers like Pliny the Elder, who documented everything from military tactics to beekeeping? One possibility is that it was a classified tool. Its function could have been a military secret, knowledge reserved only for specialized engineers or navigators. Another idea is that it was part of a tradition of a specific guild or mystery cult, whose teachings were passed down orally and never written down. The association of the dodecahedron with Pythagorean and Platonic mysticism could support this. Perhaps its use was tied to rituals or beliefs that were intentionally kept secret. The truth is, we still don't know for sure. The Roman Dodecahedron remains one of history's greatest unsolved puzzles. But by challenging the old narratives and applying modern analysis, we can begin to see its true potential. It's not just a curious lump of bronze. It's a bridge to a forgotten world of Roman ingenuity. It forces us to ask what other high-tech secrets from the ancient world are hiding in plain sight, dismissed as mere art or decoration. What do you think? Is it a high-tech tool, a mystical object, or something else entirely? Let me know your theories in the comments below. The mystery of the Roman Dodecahedron is a collaborative effort, and maybe, just maybe, together we can crack the code. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the past. If you enjoyed this exploration, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into history's most fascinating enigmas. See you next time.